Does history look at Hugh Dowding, who almost has a perfect last name, but not quite?
Yeah.
Does history give him enough credit? I feel like in this book, you kind of say we don't give him enough credit, especially for the Battle of Britain.
Yeah, history does not. If you ask 9 out of 10 World War II history buffs about Air Marshal Hugh Dowding, they'll give you a blank stare. The only place that he gets his due is at Stanhope, which is where Fighter Command had their headquarters, where they did all the plotting and all that kind of stuff. If you go to London, you kind of got to take the tube, then take a bus. But when you get there, it's a fantastic museum. I can only say this because, remember, his nickname was Stuffy. He was very uptight. He was a little bit weird, too. I mean, he believed in fairies and goblins and stuff like that. So the spiritual life was very much a part of who he was. It's one of those weird things, too. Like, he was a great downhill skier. I mean, it's like, where does he find time and a mountain to be able to ski? That kind of thing. And if you go to the RAF chapel at Westminster Abbey, where his ashes are interred, it's one of those things where I've been to Westminster Abbey a few times, and there's so many famous people there that you got to go looking to find, and nobody really gets their due. It's just one of those things. The only one who gets their due is Livingston, because he's got the whole back of the church to himself. But Dowding is kind of like his memorial. You would think it would be more. But it's like a little tiny thing that basically has his name, and I can't remember what it says, but it basically almost says nothing. It's like Billy Fisk's memorial in St. Paul's is the same way. You go looking for it, it's like, oh, there's this little tiny thing with his wings in a plaque, and you think it would be more because these people literally saved the nation. They did what Nelson did at Trafalgar. It's that kind of thing. You want a big statue like Nelson's column in Trafalgar Square.
Looking back at World War II, it seems crazy that basically Dowding was, kind of an uptight weirdo, but he did a lot of things that made the Battle of Britain a win as opposed to a loss. But politics, even back then, it's like, yeah, we're winning, but he's a weirdo.
Yeah, I know.
He's got to go out the door.
And they got rid of him.
It's Game of Thrones.